I guess you can tell by the title of this video that I'm going to be talking about numbers, specifically the fact that I'm almost at 300 sales in my Etsy shop. Hello friends of No Friend Left Behind, and welcome back to our channel. Shay here. And if you are new to No Friend Left Behind, welcome. We are a group of friends who are all on an Etsy journey, and we're in very different places in our journeys, and we decided to share with you. So thank you so much for choosing this video, and welcome back to our viewers that enjoy watching us week to week. You guys, this is so exciting. In my last video, I explained really quickly how my shop started gaining some traction and I was getting some sales. Well, it hasn't stopped. And it's been pretty amazing to see all the numbers, all the orders come through on a day-to-day basis. Now, I also explained to you how it all started. Simply Shawna and I have a challenge going on where we both create a certain amount of designs and see whose designs are actually selling in my shop. We'll give you the results of those a little later on. Not today, but very soon we'll get back to that. But basically, we both create some designs and see whose designs are selling over a certain amount of time. Now, we did have to put the challenge on hold for a little bit. So again, like I said, we will be doing a video on how the challenge went and what we saw, all the things that happened. Simply Shawna and I will be doing that later on. But for now, the challenge is on hold. I am continuing to add designs in my shop every week because I don't want to lose that momentum, because it would be so heartbreaking for you to start to gain momentum and then stop getting sales all of a sudden because you've stopped adding things in your shop. So let's get into the numbers. I'll break things down for you from last year to this year so you can see just how much growth I've had, and you can see when I started getting those sales daily in my shop. So what was really cool about the challenge is that it was forcing me to put designs in my shop every single week. And wait, but Shay, didn't you say you learned something on the challenge? You're absolutely right, future Shay. I did learn something on this challenge. Well, are you gonna tell us? Yes, I will. I will tell you guys exactly what I learned about myself. I learned that I'm not as good at market research as I thought I was. It's kind of like if you're not good at math or a certain subject at school, I'm going to use math because I was not good at math in college or high school. If a teacher teaches you x plus y equals z, you learn that x plus y equals z, but then when you get home, x plus y doesn't equal z. It ends up equaling a, or it ends up equaling h. It never equals z. So for some reason, you just don't understand it and you end up having to practice over and over and over again. So I will have to learn how to do market research better than what I was doing before. And that is exactly what this challenge has taught me. So why don't you join me? Come along. We're going to go to a couple of places. Going to go to Stats-ville, and we're going to go to Numbertopia, and we're going to see my stats and numbers from last year to this year and see just how different they are. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Come on. All right, first we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of my stats. Oh, I guess you actually have to see what I'm typing on my screen. Hold on, let's try and fix this. Okay, that's much better. Welcome to Stats-ville and Numbertopia. I'll show you the difference between last year to this year's stats on 4 different categories: visits, orders, conversion rate, and revenue within the period of July 8th to August 6th. Now we're going to start with visits. Now visually, you can see the dark lines with dots compared to the lighter hash lines with dots. Now the darker lines represent this year, the lighter lines, they represent last year. So right off the bat, you can see that there's significantly more people visiting my Etsy store without talking numbers. Last year, the numbers were between 0 and 30, and this year, the number is between 30 and 60. I've had 1,766 visits this year in that time frame, which is a 158% increase from last year. You can also see there was a spike last year from the 15th to the 17th, but it still doesn't compare to my numbers from this year. Next, we're going to take a look at my orders. In the beginning of the chart, July 8th, you see that this year and last year are exactly the same. They're on the 0 line. On July 12th this year and last year, the sales are between 0 and 5. And then on the 13th of this year, I begin to see sales consistently beginning to come into my shop. You see peaks and valleys for this year's sales, with the highest going to more than 5 sales in one day on multiple days. That's the highest I've seen in my store. So for the time frame, I've had 61 sales, and that is a 2,950% increase in my shop. Whoa, that's insane. We'll take a look at the conversion rate now. So last year, we only see 2 days where my conversion rate even had a pulse, July 12th and 28th. Besides that, it was a flat line. But this year, the first spike is on the 12th and continues every single day out of the time frame. Only July 20th and 21st flatline during that time, and that is 1,081.3% of an increase. Hey, are you guys still with me? I hope so. I know stats and numbers can be so daunting sometimes, so let's take a quick stretch. I'm gonna have you take your hand, put it on your mouse, hover over that subscribe button, and actually click subscribe for us. And follow us here at No Friend Left Behind if you'd like to go back to stats-ville and numbertopia on another journey in the future. Okay, let's get back and talk about something fun. Money. Who doesn't love being able to pay for things? This is why we do this, right? Okay, so you can see that magic date, July 12th. That's where everything starts to happen. That day, it's between $0 and $55. The next day, on the 13th, it spikes up between $110 and $165, then goes down a bit the following day to $55 and $110. But my best day is August 2nd, not too long ago, where it hit between $165 and $220. I made $1,930 revenue. That's a 2,295% increase from last year. Y'all, these numbers may not seem like a lot, but this is a huge deal and proof to me that it's possible to happen. It's not that I didn't believe it couldn't before, but I can see with my own 2 eyes that it can happen, and it's absolutely incredible. Now let's head back from Stats-ville and Numbertopia to round this out. I want you to not give up. Do not give up on your dream of having a successful Etsy business. If it's something you want, then go after it. I've been watching the Olympics pretty much every day since they've started, and what these athletes do is absolutely incredible. When they train and they put their mind to it and they train hard. From Simone Biles to Katie Ledecky to Noah Lyles, they have what it takes to be great, and that's exactly what you need to have a great business. Work hard for it and you will get there and have greatness as well. I hope you're pumped now about working your Etsy business and doing big things with it. Good luck this week. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure, and until next time, I will see you again. Bye. I want you to hover over that scope. These athletes are... Oh wow, it was... So come along with... No. So come on.